Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Right now I'm on my way to PatCon, IPMS show down in Hudson, Mass. Been a few times to this particular show. Today, this is probably, my third. All right, hello. It is Saturday night. Good to be back after a week of unexpected not being here, whatever you want to call that. Not feeling well last week. Good to be back though. Excited to put some more work in on this Zowort Heavy tonight. Pretty cool kit so far. We're going to be giving away. I was at MG Mobile Ginn tonight, so looking forward to that as usual. And what else? I don't know. I'm gonna jump into the chat, say hello. Let me slide this off out of the way. I'm gonna jump into the chat, say hello, and then I'll get back to the building. Before I do though, don't want to forget, number one, if you enjoy these streams, do please hit that like button. It helps more people find the stream, which I think is a good thing. Number two, our spring cleaning sale is ending tomorrow. So that's 60% off select items with code SPRING25. It's hard not to take advantage of a sale like that. So if you haven't already checked, take a look, or if you have checked and there's things that you were waiting on, now might be your best chance to get those items. Yeah, we'll jump in the chat, say hello, and then yeah, get back in the building. What's up, Dylan Dull, Wolfpack, Timothy, Matthew Mahoney, what's up? Atomic Etrigan, Baka, ZCO. So studio chats everyone in the building tonight. Finally get around my narrative B packs for a COD tonight. That's cool. What is everyone building? Great question. What's up, Butter Knuckles, Go Zero, Lord Kronos, It's a Gundam, John Ventura, Real Time 88. Remember to just barely got them in lawn mode before it started to rain today. Time to relax and enjoy some downtime as we're tonight. Finally got my lawn tractor back from the shop on Friday, so managed to sneak in a much needed mow. My lawn is way too long. What's up, Rob Sadler? What's up, Mediate? How you feeling? I'm doing okay. Last week I was coming off a really minor stomach bug, and I was just like, you know what? If I do the stream, I'm gonna be not on stream, if you know what I mean. What's up, Mark D, Gojira, just a C2 Gaming. Nick, what's your thoughts on the PGU situation? Just the price tag itself or something else? Any Plummo, what's up? Good seeing you today. Then S, RDDN, what's up? Donald Clark, Timothy Malk. Did I already say hi to Timothy? I think I probably did. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I think that's everybody. We'll get back to the building now. The PGU is going to be interesting at that price point. I'm not surprised given the size that kit will likely be. I mean, if you look at the new Gundam versus the RX-78 in terms of sheer size, I think it's significantly larger. And then Unleashed is pretty complex to begin with too. And then with everything else going on in the world, it's kind of a formula for expensive. It'll be interesting to see what that does to its sales. Hey Death, what's up? Solid Monkey. I think Pando's too cheap to include LEDs. I have a feeling if they did, it'd be more expensive. The LED kit for the Unicorn is like close to $200, isn't it? So it's not a cheap thing to do. Okay, A21 and C7. PG New is the same height as PG Unicorn in destroy mode. Using the chair. Pre-orders now a tariff for 30%. So Kotobukiya is definitely working on moving their stuff out of China. I'm waiting for an update from our other distributor that has stuff in China. I hope I'll have that update next week. And we'll probably put out another video and you know, cover all of that. But we do expect stuff to get here. Stuff that's already been up for order we'll probably just eat the cost on, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with stuff going forward. Because Kotobukiya is going to share some of that extra cost, and we're just trying to figure out what we can afford. It would be as big as PG Unicorn Perfectibility. What's up, Tactical Parry? Can you imagine what PG Sazabi would be? MG Advanced Hazel tonight. What's up, Weeks K? Okay. Where was I? 21. 2021 C7. You see the price hikes locally. I bet on kits or just everything else. Hey Adam Champa, what's up? C7. PG Psycho Gundam, basically toddler size. Yeah, it would be pretty large. Hey Phoenix Soldier, how are you? How's it going tonight? Good, how are you? Mostly third-party kits and some Bandai stuff. It's interesting on the Bandai stuff because I don't think they have increased prices on anything yet from what I've heard and seen, but I suppose there could be other things going on. Is it Joseph? I'm spoiled with these God Hand nippers. We did our build day at the warehouse today. An excellent turnout. I was in a little bit of a rush because I had something this morning, and then I had to meet somebody who was picking up some of the furniture we're getting rid of from the warehouse, downsizing. And I ended up not bringing a kit to build and didn't bring any tools, and so I ended up grabbing a Gundam Ground type Urban Combat type off the shelf to build, and used a pair of entry nippers from my warehouse stash, and they don't cut anywhere near as nicely as these do. That's for sure. About how many people showed up? We had 16 total, including myself. It's a good turnout. It was really fun. Went out pretty smooth to us. Just need to see the place too. That even work anyway. Thanks for hosting. No problem. I'm just glad it went well. I think I can justify doing that again. In your pocket and put it back in. It's a write-off. It's a media expense, advertising expense, because I'm talking about it. I will show it off at some point. I didn't have a razor or anything or any sanding stuff with me either, so I'll probably need to bring some sanding stuff with me. Maybe I'll clean it up next time. Forgot numbers 2. You weren't the only one. Yeah, I wish I knew about that before, like the end. I found out towards the end. I would have loaned him a set of nippers too. Hey, Nullbite, what's up? Someone from the warehouse to do sponsored model reviews. I know there are shops that do reviews as content. I don't think it's a good practice because you can't. I don't know. It's hard. How do you be objective or come off as objective when ultimately is your goal to sell this stuff? I think there's plenty of people and groups doing reviews these days. You don't really need more. His friend's birthday's coming up. His favorite movie is Top Gun, so I'm building my first big airplane model. That's cool. Which one? Hey, Giant robots and God. I made surgery yesterday. Got the next week off work for recovery. Cool. Hopefully your recovery goes smoothly. Great, you can be objective, winner of Bureau sales at least. I think so. I don't think it's... I feel like, you know, when we did videos on tools and we're illustrating the use of them, promoting them, whatever, it makes sense. And it's pretty clear that we're not necessarily trying to be objective in that kind of content, so it's okay. But there's so many people do kit reviews. I think the space is almost crowded. Mavericks F14 Tomcat, cool. Which kit though? Because there's probably like 15 different F14 models, which is probably even more than that if you think about it. Rebel, okay. Excuse me. Event today was super awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. The kit bash between A10 Warthog and Gundam Girl was pretty awesome. That's cool. Instagram account yesterday got banned 30 minutes after I made it. What did you do? That's pretty impressive. A 19 and 24. I ended up dealing with this past like week and a half a little battle with Google over our Google business listing. They suspended the account for what turned out to be text in the description they didn't like or something, so we tried to have details about our pickup policies and stuff. Apparently that's not allowed, but they wouldn't tell me why it was suspended in any sort of detailed way, and I don't respond to email, at least not with a human. It doesn't seem like it. Not that I made it. Try to follow a few pages up with some pictures of a kit I built. It's interesting. AFZ kits that I have built, will be building. I should be an expert painting the fingertips red. Are they all red fingertips? Google's like pulling teeth on a crocodile. Oh, it's horrible. We had issues back when we moved too. They wouldn't let me update the listing to the new spot. It took forever. And some choice words that I will not repeat in a public forum to try to get them to even pay attention to me. It was so painful. Hard time. Google Maps shows locations as woods and street views. Maybe they shouldn't point fingers. When I get to my Facebook and dispute, I have to put in my phone number. I don't want my phone number on social media. They must think you're a bot or something. You must have done things that are consistent with bots or something if they want you to put a phone number in. What's up, Earthig? Apologies for the super nerd discussions at AOC today. Sound like we were allowed. I don't think so. I think if anybody showed up expecting not to hear a bunch of nerds talking about nerdy aspects of Gundam stuff at a Gundam build event, then they're, I don't know, got something wrong. This will be a good resume if you ever get a job at nail salon. Fair enough. Dude, Gundam Hobby Shop, Geeky Nerdy Talk should be expected. Have you built the HG Zeta? Is it bad as everyone says it is? Want to go with Psycho Gundam or should I go with the HG version? I have not built it. I think generally people overreact about most kits, but I haven't built one or seen one in person. But I do know it's an early real grade, so a lot of those did have issues, I think, compared to at least the modern ones. One has never been to an event like that before. I didn't know what to expect at all. Everyone was super nice. Of course, they're members of our community. You know, PG new Gundam. I mean, I want one. I'm curious what the price tag will do to its sales, but that's going to be an interesting one for us to order, because I think there's going to be a lot of demand. But I suspect that a lot of people will say they want one and then won't be able to order one right away because of the price tags, so that'll be interesting. Your choice system RG Zeta is finicky and very fragile. It's a Velcro, or sorry, Velocity Dad. Spending hours made a kit to see it explode. Do you think the price will go down? I don't know. I mean, that's not really been a trend. For the most part, prices go up, especially in today's world. But we also, I don't think, have seen the official US MSRP yet. I think all the prices that are out there for pre-orders right now are based on the Japanese yen price. So we could see a different pricing than what's been speculated. There's a lot of risk in pricing it. I wouldn't want to price it myself because logistics costs, I guess, are on the rise with some of the tariff stuff going on. And then there's the tariffs themselves. Yen to dollar conversion rates probably fluctuate. I have no idea what they're doing right now. So it's not unrealistic to see a lot of factors that could change that price. The RG Zeta is not nearly as good as people make it out. Best people make it out. Take your time, and if anything doesn't move how it should, stop and go back a few steps and retry. They say once prices go up, they rarely go down. Hey, Coleslaw, what's up? Maybe if a manager position might work, maybe hear something Monday. If I get it or not, that's cool. I didn't want to say anything last week, well, 2 weeks ago, since last week I ended up ducking out. But my day job will be changing at some point later this year. I accepted a new position, but it's at the sister company of where I work at now for my day job, so I have to wait until a good point to make the transition, because business needs and stuff. So it's been an interesting ride. Higher pay, yet higher pay. I'm going to be a software engineering group lead where I'm going. So improvement in that stuff too. Better hours, no. If anything, it's going to be worse because I'm going to be on site all the time. No more hybrid schedule once that happens. So I got to get my stuff sorted out before then. But I'm looking forward to it. Be working with a bunch of people I worked with earlier on in my career, so a lot of good dudes. Wanted to ask if anyone is the warehouse making plans for Anime Boston next week. We won't be doing anything with it. Very few. First few kits yesterday. Tips on the HGIBO ones. Went for the Kamaris ones. I haven't built. I don't like anything HGIBO. I think they're decent kits, but maybe somebody in the chat knows. RIP to your free time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna change that much. And things have been getting better in terms of being able to put more onto like Sean and stuff like that. So probably have the next couple months to sort a lot of that out. And 11, where are they? Everyone, how's everything going? How you feeling, Nick? You better? I'm good. I had some weird headaches all week, but last week it was, I didn't know whether or not I would actually be on stream or if I would be spending it in another part of the house, and I'll leave it at that. Spare you all the details. Stress? No, not stress, just stomach stuff. Like I said, I'm good now. I was mostly good. I was one of those things where I really didn't want to find out what would happen if it happened, if you know what I mean. Or something. No, I'm good. Could use more sleep, but I don't think that ever changes. GIBO kits are great, especially when first starting out. A lot of opportunities to practice panel lining. PG right from Astray is a good kit to build. I haven't built any PGs yet. I was just looking what there is. Astray Red Frame PG was a nice kit. I built that for the charity stream. Not this year, but the last stream before that, and it was a fun build. Not like small kids never enough sleep, right? Good to know. By the way, got surprised this week. Thursday, we're at home just to see the wife took and built the HG Gundam herself. Cool. Or not cool, I guess, if you were upset that she raided your backlog, I suppose. the input, no problem. Thing is a spectacle visually. You talk about the asteroid frame. Cool, if she got interested in any of the kits in the back, I'm fine with that. We got 2 FMR and 2. Right all the way to the Cosmos LED. She can build her whenever she wants it. We built a PG wing very early on in this hobby. I really wish I had known more before I tried to tackle it. Yeah, PGs aren't hard per se, but they definitely, some of them have some extra complicated bits. Just a lot of parts. And when you factor in the added costs, it often makes sense to build your way up to it, so to speak. Thicker pieces makes sanding a lot more involved. That's true too. It's less complications, more no idea how to fix the pegs they ended up breaking. There you go. Howdy all. Hope everyone is having a good week. What's up, Lego Yoda? I bought one for myself. Hard just for the cost. My wife gave me one for my birthday. PG or finicky to say somehow. Like visually they're amazing, but not good posing due to the size and engineering. PG Astro is one of the ones that brought better articulation. Yeah, but earlier is definitely harder too. Which my HG Rose gun started today. Is that what you were building today at the build day? Did just pick up the monument repair. It's a long time. Talk fan, I'm pretty excited. That's cool. How do y'all airbrushing some interior pieces while I watch? Cool. Practicing paneling the spare Acer B body and watch Extreme Mobile. Spectrum took a giga dump. There's rubbery feathers. Zeta has some fitting issues. Double O riser. Springs in the joints. They're not hard to build, just more time consuming. So if you're feeling better, Nick, hope that's true. Yep, definitely feeling better. Evening everyone, still trying to work on my RG Exia Nice. If you could have a suit made into a PG, which would you want, or even my top 3? Heavy arms, 100% heavy arms. All right, we should get this this draw going. The first kit was an EG Arc 78. Cool. All right, so first draw of the night. I'm going to steal that question actually. So let's put a number in the chat between 10 and 750, and if you could have any mobile suit turned into a perfect grade kit, what would it be? 10 to 750. What mobile suit would you have turned into a perfect grade? Number 1, number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number had to be in the same comment for the valid entry. 10 to 750, and if you could turn any kit into a PG, or any mobile suit into a PG rather, what would it be? That guy was going to be my funny answer. Looks like it must be draw time. It's a question this time. If you could turn any mobile suit into a perfect grade, what would it be? A7 PG Jester, that would be pretty cool. Ask a question like this, I can think of that. His answer is probably always heavy arms. I mean, I already kind of answered it before we asked the question as part of this, and that was how I answered. HG Clocks Gunkin. Is there a PG gun tank? There isn't, but that'd be pretty cool too. to see the tier 1 Hazel Custom or Advanced Hazel's a PG. Just realized the better answer after I've entered it would have been PG Ball. I think the ball would be interesting. The MG Verkov, it's pretty cool from what I hear. The Zowort has a very long torso. I mean, I guess the backpack's kind of built in, so maybe it's not really the torso on its own. It's also the backpack, but I do feel better, Nick. Back to 100%. I'm still getting there. I'm doing good. I've had a weird headache off and on all week that still hasn't gone away. 1 minute I'll be totally fine. The next minute it's pretty gross and it fluctuates back and forth. But the main reason that we called off the stream last week was a stomach bug kind of thing. So I was mostly over it, but I didn't want to find out what happens if it kind of hit me again during the stream. How many folks you get for your build day? There were 16 people there total at peak, including myself, which was just about what we had for chairs and tables. I think we had 2 spare chairs. We pulled out a spare table, but we could have packed people around the 4 tables we already had out, but it's pretty good turnout, I think. Let's see, PG something for the build series, PG chip cardigan, that'd be cool. So I'll catch your backlog that you actually still want to build. What is at the bottom? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I want to build almost all of them. Pretty much all of them. But what would be at the bottom? I don't even know if I can answer that. Alright, I think we're going to call time here. See if we have a winner. Time is called. Bound dock, maybe. I don't have it on my backlog, and I definitely don't want to build it, so I don't think it fits the criteria of one that's my backlog that I still want to build. Because it's not my backlog, and I've never wanted to build it, so how many qualifies? Okay, 10 to 750, 599. I don't see a 599. So, yep, looks like no winners, so we'll draw again in a little bit. Stats look like 2s to me. I think you need to get your eyes checked. Hell Rider sounds cool. That'd be interesting. I feel like what would be cool and what is likely are not necessarily overlapping a whole bunch. I like this color way better than the default Zowort color. Man, I throw us a curveball, make a PGU Grandpa 2.0. How many PG kits are there? Is it at like 20 or something like that? Is it that high? Let's see, now that I mention it, let's see them too. It's not totally unlikely, knowing their track record. I think they would milk the current one a little bit longer though before they would do that, so. Okay, right arm, C19 and 20. I was surprised it didn't make an MGSD cramps yet. Very true. I would have expected that to have been the first one. But getting to 3 without it seems crazy. PG will be announced before the 50th anniversary. Could see a Sosby PG happening then. I mean, they do one every so often. It's only been a couple years since PGU. I'd say it's like every other year maybe at this point. Does that sound right? If the new does well, I could see the Sosby, but if the new is going to be like $600 or whatever, the Sosby would probably be really, really expensive. Any word on what the next MGSD will be? Yes, Ariel. I did see that. Fluffy PG bear guy. They should make a bear guy plushie. That'd be pretty cool. Would be a cool idea is to do a PG release of every main Gundam from all series in a special line. Yeah, that's not going to happen. The main reason I think PGs are so few and far between production-wise is there must be a ton of effort that goes into designing it. C8. because those use a ton of plastic. That's true. But the quantity of plastic I don't think would be a huge deal. There's definitely, they probably require a lot more time on the machines to shoot the molds because there are so many more runners, so that would be a factor too. You can only produce so many in any given unit of time because you got to make so many more runners. But the engineering time, if they've got, they probably have like essentially the PG team that might be people pulled from other projects or something, or maybe they just work on PGs, but it might take them way longer than designing, say, a high grade or master grade, real grade, that has a significantly lower part count, etc. These aren't just skills, they're ground up, takes time and energy. Imagine all plastic sitting on the store shelf. MGSD is an alternate universe line. I'd love for the next one to be Air. After Air would be either X or double X, but my money would go in the Xia. RMD, molds and low sales, work against PGs. So we know design time for PG. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that design process looks like. I've been involved in designs for other things, and I see how much mechanical design work goes into a consumer product or something else that, you know, has other significant issues that have to be overcome, but typically doesn't have anywhere near the part count. So it could take a significant amount of time. I don't know how many engineers work on it, how that work gets divided up, if it's a couple people, if it's a lot of people. But I'd imagine on a PG project you would need to have at least one or two experienced PG designers leading the effort. Reputation of color these for paneling. MG Justice, those are like a pinkish color, probably black or brown. Very lucky for PG dev runners that could be reused for other kits, barring the Zaku's and Mark II's. Right. C13. Or if I'm hearing the rumblings of thunder. I think we're supposed to get a thunderstorm tonight. Surprised there hasn't been a G3 P-Banner version of PGU Gramps yet. There hasn't been? I'm surprised too. What's up, Escazoide? Shocked the storms didn't come earlier. It was good to see his son today at the event. Yeah, it worked out well. It was cool enough having the door open, made sense. Not a ton of rain or anything. That kind of stuff, if we do another one this summer, might not be as possible, you know, because it definitely might get warmer in there. Do G3P Bandai, they should add the bazooka. That'd be pretty cool. Or as like an accessory pack you could buy, like an add-on pack or something. 16 and 18. Okay, I've got some standing fans. We've got a huge, I'd say it's a box fan, but it's more of a circle, a drum fan. I don't know what they call those big industrial sized fans. It moves a ton of air, but it's also loud as heck. We basically didn't need to use it all that much up in Concord because we had the AC there, but we had it in the first Hooksett location, and we used to kind of joke that you could use it, you know, to have private meetings in the warehouse because it's so loud that you could be a couple feet away and not be able to hear anybody. Makes up for not having a door we can close. Oh, I hear the rain now. Getting more of the Requiem kits. If they're printed, I don't know what the situation is. We've had more with the Zaku Solari or whatever it is. Is that what it's called? But I think the Requiem Gundam, whatever that one's called, has been not available. It's a tidy workplace. Thanks, David. I tidied up after the last one because it was quite a mess. I feel like I've been repeating this over and over again, but I think I need to look at like Hobby Zone or something. I need to set up a, you know, drawers and stuff to further organize the workspace here. Maybe like 30 minutes until it starts raining here then. Now, tomorrow's supposed to be wet or potentially wet, partially wet, I think. Is that true? Get enough views from YouTube, or do you need to hit some level of subscribers? We get revenue from YouTube, but it's like $30 a month or something like that. It's not a lot. I think you got to hit like $100 for them to do a transfer or payout or whatever. So it doesn't really move the needle all that much. Pasted and I post it. Okay, just curious. Yeah, it's not a lot. We have a few videos that drive a lot of that. I'd like to make more of those types of videos. But it's just that there's a definite cost in time and money to do them. So someday, but I still need to finish editing the vlog from ODO in February. 2/4/15. There's some thunder. They're coming through on the mic, probably. Yep, heard that one. Yep, there you go. Next week, if Nick loses power, and privately with an explosion in a movie my woman is watching. Then on a live stream, maybe one day this will be a novel memory when it becomes commonplace to see the lightning. Oh, windows open for air, dang it. Let's try to get that out of the way. I doubt we'll lose power, it's just a little thunderstorm. Figure out the next draw here. All right, let's do a number between 10 and 500, and what is the kit that you're working on now? And that could be right this minute, or it could just be what your work in progress is that you have opened and working on some other time. We're about to start, I guess, if you've finished your most recent kit. 10 to 500, what is your current work in progress kits? Let's do one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. You must be present to win, and your answer to the question and the number have to be in the same comments for valid entry. 10 to 500, and what kit are you working on right now? G Vidar, nice. How's the Vidar? We just got our second, I think it's our second batch in yesterday. PDR is a fun key. You should build it next on live. I'm not sure if I'm able to get it. I have way too many kits in my backlog. I'm hoping to gloss coat another one of my 30-minute submachines for my diorama that's painted, so I can then, if I can get that done before I finish this kit on stream, then I can panel line and decal that one. I thought it would take a little longer to just be moving. Could be. I heard there's some ridiculous dust storm thing going on out in the Chicago area. Anybody out in that general area last night? I think my brother's out in that area visiting friends or something, so I'd be shocked they had a tornado outbreak yesterday in the Midwest, I think. Needed mask to go outside. Wow. Covered anyway. Shouldn't put too much energy into that. Okay. See anything about the dust storm, but I haven't looked where it is. Friend of mine in Salt Lake City said he had some of it. Engineering. Yeah, I haven't seen too much. I haven't been paying attention, but it's the new like flagship HG kit, you know, lead suit for a series. I imagine it's probably an interesting kit for building's sake. forward to the new Gundam 8, manga, and the HG. What's Gundam 8? Brand new series going to be coming out soon. Not a bad backstory to the series. It's another brand new series. Manga series. Oh, okay. All right. We should call time. Takes place in an AD timeline with only 257 humans left on Earth, and they find a Gundam. Interesting. IBOAOZ looking Gundam, right? Alright, here we go. 48. I don't think I see a 48. Lokashima outs himself as an anime-only psycho. Too busy running good business. I'm too busy doing a lot of things. I'm not opposed to manga, I just don't follow nearly anything. I mean, I honestly haven't paid attention to what all the announcements were. I've just got you know, the highlights from what people are talking about, but I haven't even looked. Good tea and mediocre Moon comics. No time for that at all. And like this weekend's a good example. Today I went to my son's baseball first thing in the morning. I went to the warehouse for the build day, came home, watched a movie with the family, some family time, and now I'm here. So the entire day is completely consumed. And tomorrow will be maybe slightly better. Hopefully I'll get able to get caught up on a few things. What movie? Incredible Hulk. Working our way through the MCU again from the beginning. Because last week my Aldous mentioned that it had been a while and he kind of already forgot what had happened in all the movies. The 2004 one, ouch, yeah. Not my favorite one from the MCU. A lot of movies too. Yeah, it is a lot. Chalk Norton, yes. Actually, it's not horrible. I don't know. It's not my favorite. There's certain ones that I really enjoyed. There's other ones that's like, okay, we kind of gotta watch these to move through the everything. Music almost sound like music from the Link games before the drums and guitar solo. I think that's kind of the point. I think a lot of the where this is like a streamer station, I think there's a lot of video game inspired music on here. I've been working on getting my yard ready, so all I have to do for the rest of the season is mow. Tomorrow I'll have it close. Yeah, yard stuff is fun. I finally got the lawn mowed, his first mow of the season, and it was desperately in need of it. It was a 2-passer, probably should have been 3. I haven't fertilized or put any sort of weed stuff on my lawn in years, and I think I might this year. The dandelions are bad this year. B10. What would you recommend to use to fix a broken peg on a kit? Well, one, is it a peg that needs to be fixed? Is it a peg used for a joint? Or is it just a internal peg that you use to hold pieces together? If it's an internal peg, then you just glue the part or whatever. If it's one for a joint, it's a much more challenging problem. It's for a shoulder joint. Problem is, even if you glue it, it's gonna potentially snap anytime you try to move it. Thanks for the sub, Vince. Low peer pressure is when all your neighbors mow their lawn before you do. Should not pin it. Yeah, you kind of got to pin it, but you might just want to figure out what position it's going to be in and secure it in that position if you're not going to repose it, because it's going to definitely be more fragile. Brass rod, or you can do a brass rod if you find a appropriately sized rod to replace the whole peg. That'd actually probably be pretty strong. A13C6. Opening this HG to 4 runners had me double checking the manual. Missions and only getting like 3 runners. Definitely know it'll be a simple build at that point. So there's a Mecha Warehouse, brass rod or a pin vise. Should I use to me extra thin? Quick setting of the standard. Well, so if you're doing brass rod, you're gonna need something else, probably like a super glue or something. If you're gluing the part, plastic itself, you could use probably extra thin. Quick setting's probably better for construction stuff than the regular, but I'm not sure in this case what makes the most sense. We do sell brass rod too. I don't know if we have any in stock. I feel like it goes pretty quick when we get a shipment in. This bin makes some that we carry. Piece of paper clip instead of brass rod. That could work too. Depends on if you're pinning or just using it to replace. Where brass rod might come in is if you have like a 3mm peg, you might be able to take some 3mm brass rod, drill a 3mm hole or whatever, and then stick it in there. Advice on it. Whereas you made to look online, you have to use some form of CA glued upon the metal and plastic. We definitely we carry, I don't know if we have any in stock right now, but this bay makes a pin vise. Godhand does as well. I'm not sure what's in stock currently. I think we have CA glue as well. I'm not sure if we got it in stock or not. Zap glue, I think, is the one that we carry. My brass one Godhand vise, one Display vise, but very low quantity. Sounds about right. C19 and 20. Kind of spoiled with his runner holders and the good tools after today. Don't realize how good you got at your normal setup until you try to build with some super inexpensive entry nippers on a plastic folding table. Very much, Nick, and everyone in the chat for your help. I was so bummed when I broke the shoulder. Almost anything can be fixed. Just, you know, how it holds up afterwards and what's involved. Hey, MGRL Hobby Stuff, what's up? Missing my mat set up. Not sure where I put it, but kind of miss it. Has my instruction holder. Yeah, even just a good cutting mat. C8. Okay, a long time ago, and studies for a couple kit bashes. What's prediction for next MGSD after Aerial? Great question. I think someone said Exia. I think that's a reasonable one. I think an Astray, like an Astray red frame, would be a good pick as well. I feel like an Astray red frame would actually be pretty badass in as an MGSD. build on my desk and lunch just to fit in some build time. This isn't terrible, though at home is always nicer. Got too carried away with painting internal parts of a Pat Labor model kit with a chrome pad. God, when I finally reassembled everything, I heard a snap. Oof. If I remember, GSD is a great idea. Real question why you're pronouncing ashtray like ashtray. I think I just called it ashtray, right? I think it's just the mic, maybe. I don't think I'm pronouncing ashtray. Here comes the rain. Seems like it died down here. I think it's astray. Second syllable emphasis. I don't know. Got the 3MF. Libra Archer this Friday, but see if I sell instantly. All right. Let's set up the next draw here. So think about language, especially certain English pronunciations. The STR. Sometimes sound like SHTR. Words are hard, I agree. Maybe grammar, Gragnard. Well, they don't put pronunciation keys on the things too. You'll find a kit and see what the astray. Yeah, they don't. Katakana doesn't really have emphasis, right? I guess her name's a kit's been the ashtray for years now. I mean, it's a pretty common gag, right? Alright, so where are we at here? Rebuild time, you know, Robert Jordan is Uncle Sadis. Just have Japanese learn how to mispronounce everything. Anime isn't there? Spoken version or somewhere there isn't. It's a manga only, I think. She calls the XC kneecaps and freedom powerful 80s business. So I don't know at this point. All right. So I got the number range. Should go with Curious kneecaps, those dumb fans. Get 2 MSVs, one the red frame, one for the blue frame. Get the seed MSV. Stray OVA promo for the manga. Not sure how in depth it is. guess every mono eye is just Sir Spyvo. She does what she wants. All right, let's do a number for this next giveaway between 10 and 250, and let's totally mix it up in the chat. Pirates or ninjas? Who wins? Pirates or ninjas? So remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. You must be present to win. And your answer to the question and the number has to be the same. Comment for the valid entry. 10 to 250. Pirates or ninjas? Completely mix it up. Pirates have much bigger guns than ninjas until the ninjas cut the gun in half. Clearly. That's the battlefield. Okay, where am I at here? I'm definitely losing focus. It's been a long day. Episode Ultimate Weapon where they pitted ninjas and pirates. So just the question and the number range, what was it? Pirates or ninjas, and the number range is 10 to 250. I mean, but only the ninjas have the ability to kill themselves by folding a frisbee in half and eating it. Anyone else see that website back in the early 2000s? Was that a thing? Real Ultimate Power or whatever it was called? Or was that just something that showed up in my part of the world? Been watching Lego Ninjago? Nope. Holy crap, I remember that. Be 17 and 18. If it's exactly 32, then you should set up a bracket, coin toss between each pair. until you have one winner. Next round gotta be Cowboys versus Samurai. So I'm gonna count the winners, see who wins, Pirates or Ninjas. The Ultraman Armor of Legends Tiga. Thanks, no problem. Good time to remind everybody that the spring cleaning sale ends tomorrow. Nick, coin toss, Pirates vs. Ninja, and send everyone on that team a gun and panel liner in the next order. For real. Open Ocean, Pirates obviously win that. In Port, I still say Pirates because they carry the gate flintlocks. Can just even swim? Just saying. Yes, Ninjas can swim under the water like a submarine with a periscope. Guys started on PG, regrets that 300 sink on a shitty job. Strapped M80s to it. It's a bit extreme. Right. Same guy who went whim, dropped 6 can of 40k armory. He had to blow. All right, let's call time. Okay, time is called. Getting more 30-minute Tennessee League Archer soon. Probably. I'm not sure if our distributor has more, but if they do, we'll probably get some more next week. I'm just getting smaller quantities typically of most things, and then just reordering pretty fast when possible. All right, 10 to 250, 79. Oh, I see a Pirates, Matthew Mahoney. So do you have any other winners? I think just Matthew Mahoney. Congratulations, Matthew. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info. And we'll send that out this week. 16. Oh. Sweet, I'll add to my order. Cool. That works too. Nice third win for me. Nice. C1, 3, and 15. Losing steam so fast. I'm going to go straight from the stream to bed. Anything else good get announced with the that last set of announcements? I know everybody's talking about the Unleashed, but are there any other good kits that you guys have seen? GQ Dom. Oh, I think I've seen that thrown around. Break you 30 minutes. Sisters. G Bartos Lupus. I think I saw that one being thrown around too. That's got to be like practically a gimme though with the Master Grade Barbatos already, right? get my Sure and Bocce shipped to my parents since the restock happened while I was moving. It's always fun. Moving's the worst, isn't it? It's getting better, but I feel like I still feel the warehouse move. I might actually be able to close out one of our 2 storage units this month. I need to call and see how much heads up they need. But I think I've gotten rid of enough stuff to be able to condense it all to 1 unit. Got a whole lot of shelves and stuff sold last weekend. Hoping to unload a few tables and wire shelves. And that I think gets us down to the one unit at that point. Wolf Technology 100 Wolf model, metal frame model. Interesting, haven't heard of it. The payment backlog additions being held. I'm only 14 hours away. Should be buying more Gundam now that I get a discount. The bills come first. Fake lupus, it does look cool. Yeah, it's always interesting, all the like bootleg designs basically. E11. Fake is in the wallet of the beholder. Model looks like the equivalent of X Digimons next to their normal versions, but not on Barnes of Sleepus Rex. I wonder what the tariff situation does to the bootleg market, especially on Gundam stuff. I feel like when it was the tariffs were still super high before this latest reprieve, they were probably dead in the water in the U.S. at least. 30%, they might still be able to be competitive. How do third-party kit sales do for you? Okay-ish. Depends on how you define third-party, though, because we don't do third-party per se. So maybe not at all. We don't do sell product that is essentially Gundam but with a different name. All right, C14. By third party, I mean not Bandai, I assume he does. Well, yeah, so non-Bandai stuff does okay. It depends on the product. We're definitely getting more and more careful with non-Bandai stuff in general. And a lot, basically, going forward, we're probably only going to be ordering Kotobukiya until we get a better distribution option for the other stuff, because the distributor we use for the other stuff has been very difficult to work with. And the tariff situation, increasing prices and probably driving demand down, it's not worth the effort to place new orders. Kotobukiya is good stuff. Kotobukiya is good stuff. And they're super nice to deal with. They're a great partner to have. I think I'll finish this arm and then I'll call it a night. Okay, 2 more parts. I'm call it a night. A12, C5. This green plastic's actually cleaning up pretty well. I feel like darker colored plastics like this often have issues with nubs showing up very obviously. These nubs are hiding pretty well. Code Goalkeeper makes good stuff, and more often are things that Bandai isn't doing. Well, late night, got wrapped up gaming with the boys. Hope everyone's having a great night. Thanks, Jason. Doing well. I'm literally finishing up my last 2 parts of the night, so caught us at just the end here. Alright, that arm is now done. So that means next week we'll be on to the legs, which we send more kits of the ships from Gundam in various sizes and grades like they do with Star Wars lines. There's a few, the EX model line, but they're definitely less common. I saw it down at ODO. There were a couple really cool ship builds. There's one that actually had some absolutely tiny Gundams, like in a diorama form with a battle all around it. I need to get that video edited because I think that shows up in there. But anyway, that is, I think, it for tonight. So thank you all for coming, hanging out, and watching. Hope you guys had a great night. It went by super fast as always. We'll be back next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, barring some sort of illness or something, and we'll pick up where we left off on this kit. Don't forget that spring cleaning sale ends this weekend, ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Spring 25 for 60% off select items. Our spring cleaning collection, definitely take a look. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you guys once again. See you all next week.